This podcast contains strong language and adult themes from the outset. Ange.
Patois.
How you doing?
I'm all right, mate, actually. Yeah, not too bad.
What's going down?
I am actually quite cold.
Oh my God, I've been in...
It has been so cold today.
I just answered a work call, end of the working day, and I wouldn't normally go on Teams in an hoodie, but I was, I said to the woman, and I've never met this woman before, and I was like, I'm so sorry for my attire. I haven't had any meetings this afternoon, so I put my hoodie on, and now I'm here talking to you in this massive pink.
I'm sorry for my attire.
Yeah, that's what I said.
That was very English, wasn't it? Yeah. Well, I'm actually sat in my hoodie whilst I record.
The avos on.
Avocado hoodie, yes. Because I'm out in my little shed, which is jeffing freezing.
Oh, I bet. You need to get a little heater out.
We have, but the Wi-Fi has not been working, so the heater hasn't come on. I mean, if that's not Monday, I don't know what is.
I don't know what is.
Because it's a very... Do you know what it has felt like?
What?
Do you not feel like January has been so... Like, it's only the 23rd of January.
Oh, God, it's always long.
But I think this
is
has felt
long,
more
man.
long.
It is the long.
It has felt more long to me this time, though. Has it?
No, I don't know. I feel like I wanted January to be over 3 days ago.
I wanted January to be over after the 1st.
Oh, poor January. I always feel a bit sorry for January.
No. Don't be starting to feel sorry for January is an absolute dog shit month.
I know, but it always gets all the crap.
Yeah, and rightly so. Rightly so, I'm afraid.
Wow.
You know, Christmas is great, December's great, you got all the run up.
Well, Ange. Christmas is great if you're a bloke. I know we've said this before, but Christmas is great if you're a bloke. If you're a woman, I said to Matthew back end of last year when I was wrapping all the presents, we held up a present. I said, "This is for Carrie. What have we got her?"
Yeah.
He just looked at me.
Oh,
I said,
were you pulling rank?
I was like, "This is for
rank?
Ange. What have we got her?" And he just stared at me. I said, "Next year, you are going to have to take some of the weight of Christmas."
Wow.
Because
okay,
I'm not doing it all.
You've given the ultimatum.
Well, no, I haven't said, like, if you don't, I'm going to divorce you or anything like that. There's no ultimatum.
You could say, if you don't, then you don't get anything for Christmas.
No, if you don't, if you're given people that you have to look for presents for and, like, send to me and say, what about this? If you don't do that and they haven't got a present on Christmas Day, and all the ones that I was responsible for have got a present on Christmas Day, who's going to look like a dick? Not me, Matthew.
You are very, very patty. You are very patty.
I'm just done with it.
Yeah, you have gotten big time into the done with it Christmas, haven't you?
We both work full time. We both have relatively, obviously our family is bigger than his. He's just got his brother and his parents. But even then, he doesn't ever think about what we're going to get them.
No.
And on every single label is his name.
Maybe just start not putting his name on.
No,
put Patty.
No, if we get to this year, if Christmas comes this year, and we have said you're responsible for looking for presents for this person and seeing what we could buy. I'm not saying he's got to go ahead and get them all on his own or anything like that. And they don't have any, then I shall say on Christmas Day, well, sorry, Ellen, you haven't got a present because you're Uncle Matthew.
Can you just make sure that I'm on your list?
Well, everyone, and that's the problem, Ange. Everyone will want to be on my list, and therein lies the problem. It comes back to women taking all the emotional toil for Christmas.
And that is...
Actually, I'm going to do a call to action. If you are a male and you happen to live and you happen to listen to our podcast, I want to hear from you if you take any of the emotional toil for Christmas. There's loads of ways
toil.
There are loads of ways you can get in touch with us. You can find Ange and I both on Instagram. I'm at Ange Gordon. She's at Ruth Gordon.
And you can find the podcast on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Just search Finding the Funny Podcast.
You can also send us an email, findingthefunnypodcast@gmail.com. And if you are a bloke and you're like, no, actually, in my house, this is the way it goes down. My partner or my girlfriend or my wife or whatever is responsible for food, and I do all the gifts. Just some sharing
of the load, of the emotional toil. Now, I think, Pats, I have come up, or I haven't come up with this. Someone else has come up with it. In fact, Tom Hanks has come up with this. Right.
Well, then don't steal it. Let's give credit to Hanks.
No, I'm not stealing it. I'm saying this is something that I've seen Tom Hanks talk about. Yeah. Right. That I saw it and thought, I think this could be for Pats. Now, have you heard of diet cocaine?
Right. I do not cooperate with drugs.
It's not a drug. Well, it kind of is a drug.
Secondly, are you saying he's got a diet?
Diet cocaine. So basically, Tom Hanks has come up or created a new drink that he was talking about it to Stephen Colbert on the US channels. Right. And it's basically 2 parts Diet Coke, 1 part champagne. Yes.
Oh my God. Are you kidding me?
And I've seen people trying the Diet Cocaine and kind of going, I'm not sure I'm going to like it. Try it and go, oh my gosh, that's amazing. Tom Hanks has come up with something amazing here. And I was like, right, this has got to be a drink for Pats. I know obviously you're off your caffeine, so you'd have to go caffeine-free diet.
I mean, Ange, given Friday last week.
Yeah. Yes.
I'm not sure we need to be coming up with new alcohol drinks for me.
No, but I think it could be something you could try.
Oh, I think it could be something I could love.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
I wonder if it would work with Prosecco.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure it'd be the same vibe.
Yeah, same vibe.
But it's obviously just great that you can call it
Diet cocaine.
Yeah.
I phoned Ange on Friday night. There was actually a story that I put up on Instagram, but it didn't load. And in the morning, I luckily deleted it before anyone saw it. Thank God. Because it was me. I basically, on Friday night, was obsessed after having a
not just a cull. Come on, Pats.
Yeah, no, let's just say a cull.
Right.
Come on,
she
Ange.
was absolutely
I was wasted.
Hammered.
Smash.
And that you haven't been a smashed patty in a while.
Oh, ages. I can't remember the last time I had any, other than like a couple of glasses of champagne on Christmas Day, literally next to nothing.
Yeah.
I can't remember the last time I had any booze.
No. Well, I think basically next time you've got to try Diet Cocaine.
Do you know what I think it was? I think it's because where I've been so ill, like all of December on antibiotics. Antibiotics. I had back end of last year was all a bit shit for me. Like it was a bit dark and not very nice. It was all a bit heavy. And then I think I've come into January and I've gone, right, I'm off those antibiotics. I'm much better. I'm feeling much better.
You've gone bam.
I'm there. The other thing I kept doing was crying. I mean, I was really crying. And I was saying at our friend's house, and then I think on the phone to you, and I think I phoned like 4 or 5 people.
Yeah, you always do that when you're drunk. You phone everyone.
I know, but I was crying, saying.
You were.
So before we left, I said I want one more drink, and my friend Ben said I don't think you need anything else.
Well done, Ben.
Sensible. Anyway, he found in the back of their fridge this can of Bellini, which was like 2%. Right, it was like one of those cocktails in a can. There was literally
the old mocktail type.
There was no booze in it, really, like the tiniest amount. So he was like, hey, look, there's a Bellini here. I was like, give me that. Anyway, before we left, I start crying and saying to them, the problem is you're all going to think this is the can of Bellini that's done this. And this is not the Bellini.
I think we all know it was not the Bellini, Pat.
No, I think it was the copious amounts of other drinks that I'd had
I think it was.
Before that
Bellini. Yeah. Yeah, well, I just think whenever you next have a smashed patty night, or even just of an evening when you think, oh, do you know what, I fancy a little tipple, I think
Diet
we've got
cocaine.
to try the diet
I'm
cocaine.
going to try the diet cocaine on Friday night.
Yeah, Friday
I'm going to try
noons.
it. I'm going to try it.
Yeah.
I think it could be a goer for me.
I think
that could
it
be
could
my
be.
new alcoholic
Beveragine. Yeah.
So what is it?
Cocaine.
2 parts Diet Coke,
Yeah.
2 parts...
No, 1 part champagne or
right,
Prosecco
2
or whatever.
parts Diet Coke, 1 part Prosecco.
Yeah. And this is all thanks to Tom Hanks. All thanks to Tom Hanks.
Now, there's no Rossi D. Woods this week.
I know. I was thinking we'll have to change. We'll have to try and doctor the jingle. Heavily into without Rossi D. Heavily into without Rossi D. We don't know what he's into. What is he into this week? Bosh.
So what have you been heavily into?
I this week have been, well, actually for the last couple of weeks, I'm creating a bit of a back catalogue of heavily intos.
Of heavily
right?
intos. Right.
So the last couple of weeks, I've been heavily into singing Lewis Capaldi's song Forget Me in a Scottish accent.
Oh, I am so sad I don't live in your house.
Well, it's mainly
right
in
now,
the car.
Honestly,
it's mainly a car vibe.
Right. Right.
But the reason it's come about is because it comes on the radio, whatever, and I find that I just go into being Scottish, and I love it.
Right.
Shall I give you a little rendition?
Well, you're gonna have to keep it under 20 seconds.
I'll keep it under the. I'll just give you a little.
Can't be sued.
Okay, I'll just see. Obviously, I'll just sing the bits that I like because I can do the Scottish bits, and then
fine.
Tricky can just take out some if it's just too much or whatever.
Fine.
'Cause I'm not ready to find out you know how to forget me. I'd rather hear how much you regret me and pray to God that you never met me than forget me. Oh, I hate to know I made you...
Right, stop. Stop. Because people from Scotland are going to literally boycott us now. They're going to be like, fuck you. Is that your impression of a Scottish accent?
No, do you love there's a bit, let me just sing this little bit because this is my favourite bit.
No, because we'll be over. Don't sing anymore.
Well, if I just do this bit, then we can just use the other bit.
Oh, Ange, you're going to get us sued.
Oh, I hate to know I made you cry, but love to know I crossed your mind, babe. Oh, this is
That's
my favourite
not Scottish.
Bit. Even after all, I'd still wreck me. That bit. To find out you'd know how to forget me.
Okay, we've heard all of that already. Stop. That is not a Scottish accent.
There's certain words that are Scottish. Yeah,
no.
Wreck me, forget me.
No.
That's Scottish. What is it then?
Ange. That is you going, forget.
Well, yeah, but that's Scottish, isn't it? That's the Scottish accent.
No, that is a ham.
Yeah, I know I'm hamming it because I'm not Scottish, but it's just like, I just love singing it, pretending I'm Scottish.
Oh my, right. If we've got any Scottish people that listen, can you send us just singing one line of that song? It can't be too much because we've got to be careful. But can you, that bit that Ange likes, where she gets to make out she's from Glasgow. That whole bit with wreck me. Right, can you send us, if you are Scottish, can you send us, now Snedders, she listens, she's Scottish, she's an OG. Anyone who is Scottish, can you send us a voice note this week on Instagram doing that bit? And what we're going to do next week is we are going to compare and contrast a regular Scottish accent singing the line "wreck me," and then we're going to drop in Ange's little rendition because, quite frankly, it's horseshit. So you can either do it on your phone and send us an email, so you can send it to findingthefunnypodcast@gmail.com, or go to our Instagram pages, send us a voice note, and we just a one-liner of that song. You don't have to have the tune or anything like that. Just literally.
If you've got a backing track, pop that over as well.
Just all I'm interested in is hearing how shit Ange's
I
Scottish
want you
accent
to try
is.
it as well, Pats, right? This week, sometime, if you're out and about in the car, or even if you're just at home, I want you to pop it on. I want you to do the singing with the Scottish accent, especially those lines that I've featured. Because I'm telling you, it's so fun. You will, yeah.
Is it?
Is
it? Is it? I'm going to say the jury's still out on that
You
one.
can't say that until you've tried it. So try it.
I can.
You can't.
Because I'd say the jury's still out on doing cocaine, and I've never done that. So, yeah, I've never. It's not like I'm going, oh, I'll wait to decide whether cocaine's bad or not because I've not done it.
No, but you've got to start calling it diet cocaine. You can't just because he's saying I'm still out for doing cocaine.
No,
people
but
think you're doing.
I want to do
hard drugs.
I want. Yeah, that's what I mean. I've never done cocaine, and I can say I'm out with that. The jury's out with that. It's not a good thing.
Well, I'm just saying that I think you want to try it because I think you're going to love it.
Well, do you want to hear what I've been heavily into?
Is it as good as mine? No.
Probably not. Mine's probably a bit boring, actually, compared to yours. You're going to be like, oh,
yeah,
God,
well, you've just whipped my ass for my Scottish accent. So, what have you been heavily into, Pat?
This week, I have been heavily into the heated seats in my car.
Yeah, that's shit.
Every single time somebody's got in the passenger seat and gone, I'm cold, I've said, put the heated seats on.
Do you know what we call it? Bum heat.
What?
Yeah.
Bum
heat. Say, I get in the car, do you want bum heat? Whack it on.
Do you want bum heat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The bum heat is amazing, actually.
Those seats, that I've never had them before.
You've never had bum heat?
I've never had a vehicle.
I don't think now
seats.
I could. Do you know what? I don't need your beepers. I don't need all your flashy bits and bobs. Just give me bum heat. I don't need anything else on a car. Well, obviously steering wheel.
And do you know what I like? What I've been heavily into is a heated seat with a cooler air coming through.
Okay, yeah.
Because sometimes I feel like the hotter air coming through gets too much on my
whereas
face.
your bum heat's just a nice warmth, isn't it?
And then your facial heat
just a bit cooler
cools you down. It's just, it keeps you at that perfect
ambient
temperature.
Are you ambient?
You're
in an ambient zone.
It is ambient. In my car, you can say, "Hey Mercedes, my bum's cold," and she'll say, "I'm putting the heated seat on."
That's when she should say, "I'm putting the bum heat on for you."
She doesn't, sadly.
I mean, that is dickish,
but
Pat.
She does say,
do you actually do all that "Hey Mercedes" shit? Oh my gosh.
Hey Mercedes, take me home. That's what I say.
You are a dickhead. Hey Mercedes, take me home. That is brilliant. Do you know what? That is worse than me singing in a Scottish accent along with Lewis. That is.
Why is it dickish? You said it's a part of my car.
It's just, you just are a dickhead. You're a dickhead.
Listen, I love the Hey Mercedes vibes in my car.
I actually think...
Do you know what's really cool? Is if you've got two people in the car, like one in the driver's... If me and Matthew are in the car together, if Matthew says, "Hey Mercedes, I'm cold," she'll say, "I'm turning your heat up by your temperature up by 1 notch." And if I say it, she'll turn mine up because it's obviously got climate control, like dual zone climate control. She will turn up the right side for whoever says it.
Can you change who talks to you? Or can you change that voice and shit?
No, it's always the same
sexy
woman.
Is she a dickhead as well? Does she sound like a dickhead?
No, she's lovely. Why?
I actually need to experience some of you talking to your car.
Doing the Hey Mercedes?
Yeah. Because I need some laughs. I need some evidence of you. Hey Mercedes, take me home. Hey Mercedes,
well, that's
my
what I do.
Bum's cold.
Do you want me to do the record in the car? Take my mic out.
Well, maybe not the whole record in the car, but I think we need some footage. Okay.
Right. Okay. So I'll record it.
Yes.
A voice note will suffice.
Yes. So we can basically next week on the Heavily Into, we can have hopefully some snippets from our Scottish crew. Yes,
cohorts,
giving a proper rendition, and we can have you talking like a dick to your car.
Now, I hear we had some heavily intos coming from listeners.
So we had Mrs. Walker, 30, said, and she actually sent a photo with this as well. she was
right.
heavily into, and I've never heard of these, Nutella biscuits. Yeah, in a
Oh.
little, she sent a little packet. They're like little rounds of biscuit, which obviously have Nutella in them. They did look amazing, I have to say.
Oh my God, I
But
love Nutella.
I've never seen them. I've never heard of a Nutella biscuit.
No.
So
I love
that
Nutella,
came in
though.
from Mrs. Walker 30. Then we also
Yeah.
had, this is from, I love the name of this, Iced Diced Bakery. Ding, 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 ding.
Iced Diced Bakery.
Iced. Oh no, iced. It's just.
Oh no.
It's just
Oh,
iced
no.
bakery. But I read it ice and then diced.
Right. No, Iced Bakery makes
No,
more
iced.
sense.
Iced
Iced Bakery.
Oh no, actually,
That is a cool name.
I actually can't read. It's actually iced bakey. Bakey.
Right, okay. I mean,
iced bakey.
Yeah.
Now this, I think, is off the back of Rossi's recommendation a little while back before Christmas. Or maybe
Okay.
it was yours. But he is heavily into frosted eucalyptus scented balls.
That's me.
That's you,
That's
Pats.
me. Those frosted eucalyptus. Mum came in today and there'd been a Costco run by you guys. And she bought some of the incense boosters. They're not frosted eucalyptus.
They didn't have any frosted
and I was
eucalyptus.
like, it's fine. I'll keep these, but they just don't quite cut it anymore.
Well, she's even bought the matching conditioner as well.
I bet that'll be a delicious combo.
Be a big bomb of scent, won't it?
That is a delicious combo.
So yeah, that's what iced bakey is into.
So we love hearing your heavily into. Obviously, Rossi will be back next week. He's already confirmed that he'll be back next week and ready to record and all that jazz. So send us your heavily into. There's loads of ways you can get in touch with us. You can find me, Ange, and Rossi on Instagram. I'm at Ruth Corden, Ange is at Ange Corden, and Rossi is Rossi D. Woods.
You can find the podcast on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Just search Finding the Funny Podcast.
And you can send us an email, just findingthefunnypodcast@gmail.com.
Brilliant.
So, Ange, what has been getting on your shitting tits?
Right. The thing that's been getting on my tits this week is the fridge beep. You know, like when you have your door open of your fridge, right?
Yeah. We don't have one of those, and I really want one.
No, I'm telling you, right? From a person who has a fridge that beeps at me.
We used to have it on ours, and I preferred it to have it.
Because, right? Now, I get the reason for the beep, right? I know it's because then it kind of notifies you've left your fridge open. So you just, you think you've closed it and you haven't quite get it, right? But the thing that I wish you could control on that is the aggressiveness of the beep. And the speed that it beeps at you. Like, if you're trying to put your shipping away. Yeah, you kind of go, you take, I don't know, your carrots, your onions, your meats, whatever, you put them in, you go back to get something else. Beep! 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 But you're like, I'm just getting some more shit to put in the fridge.
Sounds like somebody's reversing in your kitchen.
But it's louder than that, and it's so aggressive.
Shit.
And I just wish you, because then you have to go back. You have to go back and shut the door, or you have to press the little thing in the inside to shut it up. And then you have to go back, There must be a way for fridge manufacturers to adjust the beep, or for you to do something where you can go, right, I'm actually just loading my fridge up right now, so my door is going to be open. I'm aware of the door being open, fridge. You can relax.
Well, you know what you need to do, don't you? You need to prop something against the switch for the light.
But you have to have something quite heavy to do that, because it's one of those ones that just bounces straight back out.
So get a glass.
No, because I think it would push the glass off and break. Yeah,
No,
I'm telling you, Pat, it's an aggressive beep and it's an aggressive button. Yeah,
no.
Look, you don't have one.
It wouldn't push a glass off.
You'd have to have a glass that was, and also it's right on the edge of the inside. On mine, anyway. I can only talk for my own fridge. It's on the inside, it's not near a shelf. So how would you put? You can't put
Right.
anything on there because it's.
You know what you need to do? You need to get a bit of gaffer tape that you
see,
pull
this is
round
all-
it
why
when you
am I
go.
having to dick around with gaffer tape? Right? I don't want to be dicking around with gaffer tape. I'm trying to put my shopping away, which is also a ball ache in itself.
Yeah, well, just have a bit of gaffer tape, the stuck to the side of where the light button is. Pull that over it when you're unloading, and you won't get the beep.
As far as I'm concerned, this has got to be the responsibility of the fridge manufacturers.
Right.
So,
Okay, but in the interim, you're not going to get a fridge now. So new technology is going to come along. Of course it is, but your fridge isn't ever going to have that. So you have got to find a way for your fridge to not do it. So you've got to do the gaffer tape. If you were like, no, because I change my fridge once every
decade.
3 years, you won't. You have got your fridge. There will be new technology, but your fridge ain't going to have it.
I don't think there will, because I think the fridge beep has been around for a time.
Yeah, but there will be new techno. There's a fridge now that'll order stuff on Amazon for you when it gets low.
What, actually? Yeah. That's a real life thing? No way.
Yeah, you can. It's got like an iPad thing on the front. Matthew was telling me about it.
No,
it's got like an iPad thing on the front, and you can go through and you can select when when it gets low, it'll order that stuff from Amazon.
That is too far for me. That is too far.
So
I don't
need
that shit. Just deal with the beep.
No, but what I'm saying is the beep. There will be new technology for the beep, but your fridge isn't going to have it. So you're going to have to find a way. And I would say gaffer tape.
To be honest, Pat, I'm disappointed that you're on the side of the fridge.
But I'm disappointed that you're on the side of the fat cat, because this is exactly what is the problem with the world.
Yeah,
these white middle class men
are key.
They sit in their big black leather chairs,
designing fridges,
jack shit all day, designing fridges, and then the likes of you, a woman
Ange,
who should be on the side of the women, the likes of you, Ruth, siding with the patriarchy. This is what is wrong.
And I'm
with
actually
the world.
quite disappointed, because I thought Pats is going to be totally with me on this. But no, you're telling me about gaffer tape and shit, and you're telling me that I need to sort my own beep out.
No, listen. What I'm saying, Angie, is this, right? I am with you. They need to sort the beep out. I am trying to find
solutions,
a answer to your frustration when you are putting the shopping away. I'm with you. I think they should have sorted this out decades ago. They haven't. They're not going to in your lifetime.
Bloody hell.
So what you need to do is find a solution to your problem.
Of any of our listeners, do they have this issue? Are they getting annoyed? Is the fridge beep getting on their tits? And if so, are they going now down the gaffer route?
So do you know what you need to do? When this episode the easiest way to do this is when this episode goes up on Wednesday, put a poll up.
Okay, I'm polling it.
And I think another poll should be, is Patty's idea of the gaffer tape a good idea?
Okay.
Because I don't think it's about whose side you're on. It's about me helping you to find a solution. Urban Dictionary. Urban Dictionary. Urban Dictionary. Urban Dictionary. Do you want to hear my urban?
I'm very interested in the urbans.
Margarita toe.
Margarita toe?
Yeah, margarita toe.
Is it something to do with like the margarita, the drink?
Maybe.
Okay, so I think I'm on the right lines. Margarita. So it's something that you drink that then, I don't know, helps the skin on your toes or something. What is a margarita toe?
It is a sexual act in which one lavers their lover's big toe in saliva. They then proceed to sprinkle salt on the big toe so that the salt sticks. Next, one squeezes a lime in their mouth and starts sucking on the salty, yummy big toe. That's a margarita toe.
Oh, that is...
Bro,
sorry,
I gave Bella a margarita toe and now I can't go back. So there is a thing out there where people basically salt up their lover's big toe.
That is absolutely rank.
The first part is the thing that, what is the opening line?
Spit on it or something.
they lather their lover's big toe in saliva because you want the salt to stick.
Oh Lord!
So then when you put the salt on, it sticks.
Oh.
You do the lime juice. You do the salty margarita. It's called
margarita toe.
margarita toe.
That honestly actually did make me feel like I was going to vomit in my mouth a little bit.
I'm going to try it. I'm going to do a poll. I'm going to try it and then do a poll about it.
That is... Why would you come up with that? And why is it sexual?
Listen, don't knock it till you've... Hey, listen, Ange, you were telling me about Lewis Capaldi. Don't knock it till you've tried it. You can't have it. You can't move the goalposts.
No,
now,
I am. I'm not doing that shit with anyone's toe. And no one's doing that shit with my toe.
Ian might be into
God,
it.
No. Oh, especially because a lot of men's toes are hairy. So you've got a bit of hair in that mix as well.
Yeah, can you imagine?
You've got a furry margarita toe. That is not right. You'd end up with a privet in your mouth.
I mean, that is just... But also, for me, it's like, okay, so you're in the middle, you're with your lover, you're getting down to it, you're kissing each other. It's like, oh, yeah, I'm really feeling this. Wait, I just need to get the lime and the salt.
Wait, I just need to spit on your toe.
No, before that, it's like, can I just get the lime and the salt? I really want to do a margarita toe. All right, okay, off you go then.
No, but I think you'd come prepped.
And then you just... Well, not necessarily. It might be something that just comes to you in that moment. You think, oh, actually, I'm up for a margarita toe here. And then...
So surely that interruption then just lessens the sexual...
Well, that's what I mean.
time.
Then it's like the recipient just lies
naked,
there thinking, oh, you're...
Probably.
Yeah. You're just putting salt all over my toe.
Yeah,
oh,
sexy.
Yeah,
You've
sexy.
spat
Yeah,
on my toe. You're putting salt on my toe.
Oh, and now you're squeezing a lime into your mouth. Oh, God, it's like, what? Does that actually do it for some people?
I suppose if you are into toes and feet and shit.
I mean, there's a big feet fetish.
Let's poll that.
Just quickly before we go, literally just right now, I've just seen a really interesting article by Greg James.
Oh yeah, I love Greg James. Yeah,
Me
let's
too.
Get him on.
I love him so
Let's get him on
much.
podcast.
Let's get it on. He's just put up a really interesting post that says, Bella and I don't know if we want children, so please stop asking us. Isn't that so good to hear a guy
saying that stuff?
Being the one that's coming out as the driving force and saying, stop asking my wife or asking me.
Yeah, good on you, Greg.
Yeah, like...
He's so good like that, though, I think. It just kind of, hitting things head on, not being afraid to say it, coming out with it. Yeah, well, one of the little bits of it just says, I'm not even cross about it, I'm just bored. It's so boring. Kids are often boring. Other people's kids are very boring. My imaginary kids are really boring. I already hate them. They're entitled little pricks. So let me say it once and for all. We don't know. We might have kids. We might not. We might not be able to. Whatever happens, it will have absolutely no bearing on your life whatsoever. So please don't worry about it. It's a thing for us to work out. What a man. Well done, Greg.
And I just think that's it, isn't it? Like, obviously we've talked about this, those questions about, are you married? But to have a guy so well known in the press come out and say, look,
just stop
this
asking.
Question is boring. And it is boring. It's such an unimaginative question. Do you have children? Do you want children?
It's also such a kind of nosy question. Like, you don't need to know that stuff. That's for me and my partner, wife, whoever, and you don't need to know about it. Stop being so bloody nosy.
Do you know what I might say now, from now on, if somebody says, do you want children? I might say, can you get pregnant by doing a margarita toast? If you can't, I'm not interested. The whole of my sex life with Matthew is based around a margarita toe. If you don't know what that is, go and look it up in the Urban Dictionary.
Get on the Urban Dictionary website.
Anyway, there we go. We've come to the end of another episode.
Bloody good, Pats. Bloody good.
I'm off to go and eat Costco chicken Caesar salad.
I'm off to eat Costco lasagna. You can tell we've recently been to Costco.
Delicious. Listen, thank you so much for listening, as always. There's loads of ways you can get in touch with Ange and I.
Just wanted to say as well, we've had some really lovely messages from people
we have
on the Instagram page, on email and personally. We've had messages from you saying how much you are enjoying the podcast and how you've like recently found it. And I just want to say how those messages, you will have no idea how much they mean to Pats and I.
No.
You know, sometimes when you're doing this week in, week out, you almost kind of lose sight of that. And I just wanted to say thank you so much for people that have taken the time to message. You know, we always try and respond in some way, and apologies if we have missed it or we haven't, but just thank you for your lovely messages and your encouragement and support to us. It means the world. So thank you very much.
It really genuinely does. So there's loads of ways you can get in touch with us. You can find us both on Instagram. I'm at Ruth Corden. Ange is at Ange Corden.
You can find the podcast on Instagram, Facebook and TikTok. Just search Finding the Funny Podcast.
Or you can send us an email, findingthefunnypodcast@gmail.com. But Ange and I will be back, hopefully, well, definitely with Rossi again next week, helping you to find more of the funny.